What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be talking about NIO and NIO Day and all of the new announcements that the company has put out. And we're going to try and figure out if there is going to be a massive rip tomorrow on Monday, or if it's going to be a massive sell the news event. So make sure you guys hit that like button and hit the subscribe button if you enjoyed this video. It helps me get this information out to as many people as possible, and you get to stay up to date on all of your favorite stocks and learn about a couple of new ones. So the argument for NIO having a pretty massive sell the news event tomorrow, after all of the announcements from NIO Day have been put out, is that on December 11th, it was trading at about 40.53, and we've seen a massive run up to about 49, sold off a little with end of year rebalancing, was trading at around $44 and ripped all the way up to 58.92, and that's where it closed on Friday. Now, this was before all of the announcements were put out, and let's take a look at some of the announcements that NIO has released. But because this had such a massive run-up into the event, it's about a $14 run-up, and that's a massive percentage for NIO since it's not a super high number in dollar terms traded company. It's gonna maybe have a pretty sharp downturn tomorrow, but we're also gonna take a look at some reasons why NIO might go up. So in trying to figure out what NIO is going to do tomorrow, it's really all about the expectations. So what was expected from this event? It was expected that they were going to release their new ET7 sedan. It was the star of the show. The sedan features a heartbeat taillight, a spacious interior, and can be unlocked with the world's first UWB digital key. Now, it will also have a 150 kilowatt hour battery pack and will increase the range of its electric vehicle over 1,000 kilometers. Now, this is very important. NIO, now with this 150 kilowatt hour battery pack, has the highest range of all of the electric vehicles in the world right now. So they have taken the #1 spot in this category, which is pretty amazing. Now, they've also kind of ramped up their battery as a service. So if you want to get a NIO vehicle, the price of the actual new cars is pretty expensive. But if you just want to get the battery as a service, you can pay a monthly subscription fee for around $200 a month, and you're kind of just renting the battery from NIO. If we go down a little bit more, we can take a deeper look into this battery. So NIO had removed the wraps from its 100 kilowatt hour battery pack earlier in November, but they really thought that that wasn't good enough, and they went ahead and came out with a 150 kilowatt hour battery pack. So now NIO customers can currently rent the entry-level 70 kilowatt hour battery pack by only paying about $151 per month under the battery as a service, thereby slashing the cost $10,000 about off the purchase price of these electric vehicles, which is pretty good for consumers. They're saving $10,000 before all of the subsidies when they want to go buy a new vehicle. In addition to this, NIO has recently said that they're going to have 100 battery swap and charging stations in China throughout the year 2021. So what this means is that customers of NIO and owners of NIO cars can go to one of these swap stations and have their older battery, the 70 kilowatt hour or 100 kilowatt hour battery pack, swapped out for the new model, the 150 kilowatt hour battery pack, once it is released. Now, I speculated a lot before on whether or not they were going to be actually releasing this 150 kilowatt hour battery pack, but it really made sense that they would, because why would they create new charging and swap stations if they don't have an upgradable battery to go to? It just didn't make a lot of sense. When you add up the new battery pack and their new model, NIO is going to have a really good chance of gaining a very high market share in China throughout the next coming years, and they're going to take some market share away from Tesla. So Tesla has said that 47% of their vehicle sales will be coming from China in the coming years, and that's a very substantial portion of their sales. Tesla sold around 500,000 vehicles this year, and if it was 47% of that, it would be about 230,000, maybe a little bit less, around 200,000 vehicles sold in China. That would be a very big margin for NIO to overcome. But since they just released this competitive model at a competitive price point with very competitive technology, especially with this battery, we could see NIO push Tesla out a little bit from the Chinese market. So here, if we scroll down a little bit more, this is where the unexpected comes in. So NIO came out with their autonomous driving feature, NAD. The company's Aquila sensing features 11.8 MP, high-resolution cameras, greater resolution than Tesla's 1.2 MP camera. That's important. It has a greater resolution than Tesla that can detect vehicles 680 meters away and pedestrians over 220 meters away. Now, they basically said that the entire system is built upon the concept of multiple redundancies to enhance safety. When you have an autonomous vehicle like this and you want it to be able to drive itself with no actual manual users controlling the car, the regulators need to regulate the heck out of this, because it's going to be so risky to have these cars just kind of driving themselves around unless it has multiple redundancies to enhance safety. They're also going to be introducing a LiDAR sensor, so that's going to be important. We could see a sympathy play on some of the other LiDAR companies. They could go up. They haven't really said which company they're going to be using the LiDAR sensors from, but if we come down here, they're also going to be partnering with NVIDIA. So I think this is really the unexpected thing that people weren't really expecting from this event. A partnership with such a massive company like NVIDIA is going to be very beneficial for NIO in the long term. Now, that's one of the reasons why I think NIO is going to get a push up this week, even though they had a massive run up into this event. So we've seen all of the new things that NIO has released. Some of the things were very within expectations, and some of the things, like the NVIDIA partnership, were not really priced in, and people were not expecting this to happen. So I think what I'm going to be doing tomorrow is, and what you guys should consider doing as well, is that if you have any positions in NIO, whether it be shares, options, or anything like that, don't check the market. Don't really look at NIO for the first 30 minutes of the market. Now, here's why. There's going to be a lot of buying and selling pressure on NIO within the first 30 minutes. People are going to be placing massive buy orders, massive sell orders to sell the news, and you're not really going to get a clear direction on NIO's share price until after about 30 to 40 minutes after the market opens, when the first batch of orders kind of comes in and gets filled. Now, taking a look at the option chain for NIO, we can see that a lot of options traders are making some very big bets on NIO for this week, January 15th. So this is going to be the January 15th expiration date, and we're looking at the calls right now. So there is a 35,587 open interest on the $70 strike that expires this week. This is about a $4.5 million bet on the NIO option chain. And what's important about this is that almost 27,000 of these contracts were traded on the last trading day, which was Friday of this week. Now, if we take a look at the puts and compare the open interest and the volume on these option chains, we can see that the open interest and volume is not even anywhere near close to what it is on the calls. So there's really a lot of bullish sentiment in NIO in terms of what the options traders are betting on. So it's safe to say that NIO is probably going to get a decent push up, but there's always the possibility that there's going to be a big sell the news event for 1 or 2 days before NIO goes back on its uptrend. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please go down and hit the like button and hit the subscribe button, and make sure you comment down below your thoughts if NIO is going to have a sell the news tomorrow or it's going to go to the moon. I'll see you guys in the next video.